Hello everyone. This video was supposed to come out a little early, but things didn't go according to plan. I prepared it for you before New Year's Eve because I didn't expect such an early release of the second part of episode 69 by DaFuq Boom, but apparently our beloved creator decided to give everyone a gift for the new year, and it's really awesome. I think you'll be interested to see all the secrets and hidden details I found for you here, so watch the video till the end also. Speaking of the holidays, I want to wish you a Happy New Year 2024. I assure you that the next year will be even cooler and more interesting. Let's go. And the first thing I'd like to address is those two creepy-looking Skibidi toilet heads that were peeking behind the black speaker man's back, as I later figured it out. It was a direct reference to one of the older videos on Djeqair Boom's channel that was titled as Skibidi Sleepwalk Toilet. In that video, we saw the average Skibidi toilet singing Skibidi Dop Doop Yes, Yes song, which already became a signature for the whole series, but then he gets interrupted by another song that has never been used by Djeqair. Again, it's Ultrax by Sleepwalk Sleep Sleep. This Sleepwalk song is being sung by two toilets, one of whom seems to be more aggressive than another, and attacks Povey. In the end of the video, those two toilets were intended to be called Sleepwalk Brothers and play a certain part in the Skibidi series lore. But then they were cut out by DaFuq, so they never appeared in the series again. Aside from this tiny cameo in the beginning of episode 69, it's interesting how they reappeared in the role of failed test subjects in the main Skibidi lab. And I have my own theory on their emergence. It seemed to me that the corridor the members of the Alliance squad were walking through was filled with different kinds of failed Skibidi experiments. Bearers and Sleepwalk Brothers were one of them. I would also like to draw your attention to the concept of zombie mutants in general. We saw this spooky guy that attacked POV, but was he really that dangerous? As I rewatched this episode, I caught myself comparing his level of intelligence and physical abilities to the mutants we saw in the earlier episodes of the series. He really seemed to be kind of dumb. He behaves. In the fight, this guy is really crazy. But at the same time, he doesn't even know what he's doing. Compare him with the Skibidi mutant we saw in episode 66. Aside from being intimidating as well, this guy seemed to be really smart. His reactions were sharp, and he behaved quick and deft, for example, as TV men's. Glow stopped him from approaching POV. He then put on the protective glasses really quick. I doubt whether this zombie mutant from the bunker could do the same thing, and honestly, I think that even the first mutant we saw in episode 33 could be smarter than this guy. The only actual advantage he has is being incredibly hardy and robust. He even managed to survive the black speaker's knives blow. But think about this, isn't every single Skibidi mutant we saw before really enduring as well? Remember this one guy from episode 63, for instance. He absorbed just a ton of damage from the elite squad members and still managed to stay alive. Also, I noticed one interesting detail about zombie mutant. He has a weirdly shaped spot on his nape. Could he undergo some sort of surgery that somehow affected his brain? Or maybe it's a sign that he was not originally created as a whole, but rather collected from the pieces of different cameramen. All that seems to be really interesting. To me, the next hidden detail I noticed was about the parasites' appearance. Look at those little suitcases on their backs. Could it be the scene of Skibidi parasites' technical improvement? Or maybe it means they're not the creatures that have their own mind, but they are the robots that have been controlled from the distance by someone else in that case. I'm really curious about the process of their control and about their puppet masters. Another reference that I managed to catch later was this guy from the chamber taken by fire. In my previous analysis of this whole episode, we can see how this guy manages to survive the fire damage this time, to be the prototype of the Skibidi toilet from episode 49, which was burnt. Look how he peeks from the door for a short moment of time when the doors get open due to the emergency alarm. So it makes me think that he was a test subject for the experiment, the point of which was to develop the fire resistance from Skibidi toilets. Although I wouldn't call the result so successful. I mean, the fire doesn't go anywhere, so probably something went wrong here, but It proves that Skibidi take a lot of things into iteration and try to develop and upgrade themselves as much as possible. TV Woman seemed a real threat to them, alongside with Titan TV Man, who also has a yellow TV screen with the ability to set enemies on fire. We could see that effect in the first part of episode 68, but I can also assume that this experiment's goal was not only to create an anti-fire resistance for Skibidi army, but also to produce a weapon or a part of Scab's gear that would work similarly to those TV screens. We will see whether we'll succeed in that field or not in the future episodes. The next thing I'm glad to announce is the revealed mystery of those 3 skeletons in the chamber near the large bunker door in the previous analysis of episode 69. I noticed how weird their whole presence was, combined with their appearance and position in the frame. But I couldn't figure them out at that moment, but now I have 2 insights on who they might be a reference to. Firstly, before the emergence in the original DaFuq series, they appeared in the 75th episode of Varen's Skibidi Wars. Alternative series in the lore of this multiverse, they were minions of the mighty toilet necromancer, which explains this weird thing about them being dead and alive at the same time be revealed in the finale of the original series, so far as it goes. The next hidden detail I didn't notice at first was being placed in this particular frame as the Alliance members walk into the large room with the ladder in the center of it. We can see the hidden CCTV camera at the top of the screen. On the right, this detail makes everything that's been going on before me, and that the whole Skibidi base is being observed non-stop and there are no secrets. For whoever runs it in the Alliance squad's movements are our buddy, or eyes even creepier could, that S being led into the trap without noticing it. I find it to be very plausible, which only raises the degree of tension for the next part of the episode, which has already been incredibly high. Also, this particular CCTV could have been used as a tool of observation for this dorky but dangerous Skibidi zombie mutant that attacked Plunger Man a few seconds later. I think he was placed behind this large door, and when the camera caught the movement of the unknown, intruders, a certain signal could have been sent for this mutant to get released. In any case, this detail made the whole scene 3 times more eerie to me. The next thing I'd like to address is the way how quickly the white terracotta brother reacted when the bunker emergence. Alarms set off and the door with multiple mutants behind them got open. He reacted almost instantly, as if he was programmed to do that, or maybe he knew everything that was about to happen in the next round of seconds and was already fully prepared for it. I have a few theories on that. The first one is that white terracotta bro is not just an ordinary character of Skibidi Toilet universe, but more of a tool for the further plot progression. That's why I think he's not meant to die in this series. His whole role is to guide other characters to the next step and to execute orders from DaFuq himself, both the creator and the in-game character. I hope you enjoyed this video, because this is my last analysis. For this year, I want to say again that I am grateful to every subscriber and every viewer. I'm happy to do my best and to see that you like my videos. Happy New Year. My friends love you guys so much. And as always, that was me.